Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Neroli, your host here at Broomstick Fairy. Now guys, this channel is brand spanking new, so I'm hoping that we can become very great or friends, what have you. Now guys, like I said, this channel is brand new, so I've got to get used to camera and the angles and all that. I gotta make sure I've got all the right angles. And don't worry about my bags. The sister is diet. I've been working hard to try to get this channel up and running for y'all. But it's up now, so I'm thankful and grateful. And like I said, welcome. So guys, I want to make an announcement. In addition to the tarot card readings, I also have an Etsy boutique. And at the moment, I'm selling majority of women's clothes. But fellas, do not give up on me. Not yet anyways. Because basically, very soon, I will be accumulating more and more men into my collections. Alright? And also, I want to make it known that for those of you who are not too into astrology or horoscopes or tarot, that you should definitely check out your moon and your rising sign, in addition to the sun sign, which is the month you was born, because those have a major influence on our personalities. Okay? And you also should know that there is no better way than getting a more effective reading than for getting one with you and I personally, because those ones are more interactive. There's more one-on-one. It's just you and me, because these readings are basically a general reading, and I have to reach millions and millions, so thousands of you with the same zodiac sign as yours. Okay, so I'm not going to hit the nail every single time for each and every one of these general readings. So your best way is to book a private one, and you can do so at the Etsy shop, which is called Broomstick Fairy, or one word with a capital F in between the broomstick and the fairy. Or you can also do so at my email, which is broomstickfairy@gmail.com. Alright? Because just in case if you're watching the general ones and you're thinking, that doesn't really gel with your smile, or you're thinking, in other words, it doesn't really feel like it's resonating with you, or it doesn't feel like it's in tune with you in your essence, it's because you either need a one-on-one or you need to check your moon and your rising. Now guys, thank you so much for your time. And once again, welcome to Broomstick Fairy.
Hello, social butterfly Libras, and welcome. How are you guys? I hope that you are enjoying your August so far. This is your reading for August 2016. Yes, I know I'm uploading it in the middle of the month, and I'm sorry for that, but it still pertains to the full month of August with the energies and the stories and the messages that came through from your spirit guides, okay? So, Libras, the summary or the sum of your reading, I feel like for some of you, there may be some feeling like you have to prove yourself, either to family members or to an organization that you're a part of. Some of you may be perhaps attending a wedding with friends or family members, or the ending of a cycle in a relationship or a phase in a relationship is ending. And also for some of you, there is issues about reciprocity or equality in certain relationships, whether that's with one-on-one relationships or whether that's with family or organizations. But an important lesson is definitely being integrated and learned regardless of the situation. And some of you really need to focus on your creative pursuits, and you need to find more harmony and balance in your home, because I feel like some of you may be very unbalanced here. Some of you even may be drinking too much because of your social acceptance within a certain group, or maybe within your family unit. All right, so that's like what I got from some of the combinations here, or some of the groupings and multiple same numbers appearing twice in synchronicities. So yeah, I'm just gonna get started with the reading now, okay? So basically, at the core of your reading, or what's surrounding you right now, tremendously, I feel like there is a wish that you wanted, or something that you wanted to come true, but it didn't, and so you're feeling quite down and out right now, or you're feeling like separate from a certain group or a certain person or a certain organization, and you're feeling quite secluded right now. You don't really feel like a unit or a unity, because you have the Nine of Cups in reverse. The Nine of Cups upright is normally a very fruitful card to have. It's normally like the wish fulfillment card, or it's the yes card if you ask a specific question to something. This card often means yes, but having it in reverse, it's kind of highlighting that something did not go as planned, and you're kind of feeling a little bit down and out from it. Some of you may be even drowning your sorrows into alcohol because of it, and you may be a little bit feeling a little bit of self-pity, and maybe doing a little bit of overindulgence or gluttony, because this card can also mean gluten. And you also have the Four of Wands paired up with this card in reverse. So this can also be highlighting, maybe some of you may be going to a celebration and drinking too much, or some of you may be, or someone that you may be going to a celebration with family or friends, and maybe a family member there that may be over drinking and causing a bit of rivalry or ruffles in the at the event. Or this can just basically mean that you guys are feeling a little bit down and out right now when it comes to your surroundings, or you're feeling a little bit withdrawn from society or from a group or from family or from a relationship. Okay. And also in your thought process, what you're thinking about right now, you have the Moon card in reverse and you have the Five of Pentacles. These two paired together can mean that some of you maybe you're feeling a little bit of down and out from your artistic talents or your art. Maybe some of you may be artists and you feel like you're sacrificing your art, maybe for the good of for somebody else, or maybe for the detriment from your own insecurities. Or it can also mean that you're stepping into the light, because the Moon card can often mean self-deception. It can mean deceptiveness, period. It can mean sneakiness. It can mean theft. And it can mean listening to your intuition or following your instincts. But in reverse, it can say that maybe you're stepping into the light and you're finally starting to see things for the way they are. Maybe even regarding your finances, maybe you're starting to get a real grip on, or realizing the real deal within your finances. Because some of you may be feeling left out in the cold with this Five of Pentacles, because Pentacles or coins in some of the decks represent the earth signs in the zodiac, which is Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, and they are normally the stable, sturdy, grounded, very good foundation, and very reliable, and very much into finances, and just maybe starting up businesses or enterprises, but they are very much reliable and very stable and very grounded. They often produce things that you can feel and that is tangible. With the Five of Pentacles upright, it often indicates a negative omen. It means that you're feeling left out in the cold. Maybe you're struggling, or you're penny pinching right now for finances, or maybe you had a loss in finances, or maybe some organization you was a part of. Maybe you're starting to realize that someone has been deceiving you all this time, or maybe cheating you out of your money. Or it can just mean that with these two periods, maybe you're sacrificing your art for those of you who are artists. I'm sorry that there are going to be many messages, because there are loads of Libras worldwide, and I want to make sure that I touch base with some of you, okay? So even if there's just one sentence that just resonates with you, that would just make me happy, and just know and just take that and dwell on that, and do with it what you wish. Because like I said, there is many messages that is going to come through, and many scenarios that I have to come up with, or that Spirit wants you to know, because there are more than one Libras that I'm reading for. Alright? And also in your emotion section, some of you some of you are feeling a bit blocked, or feeling maybe losing faith in something, because we have the Fool card in reverse. And the Fool card in reverse often talks about stagnation, often talks about blockages, often talks about a you need to have some more faith because you're losing faith in a certain endeavor, or you don't have the courage to go for your dreams, and you're starting to be stagnant and stuck still, or at a standstill, or you're not allowing something into fruition, or something for some reason is not coming into fruition, or is not manifesting in the way that you would have liked. So Libras, and I feel like that's what's solidifying that, or what's reassuring that, is you have the Six of Cups, and the cups represent the water signs, which is either Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces in the zodiac. And these signs are quite intuitive, and they are very emotional. They're very creative. They're very loving, very nurturing, very romantic, um, and they have a very good interest, a very deep interest into what's going on around them, and a very deep interest into the emotions and the actions of people that are in their lives. So with the Fool in reverse paired with the Six of Cups often talks about children or childhood memories, or the past, or maybe one of you are being stuck and stagnant because of, or there may be blockages because of some sort of family, or some sort of way you was brought up in your past. It may be stifling you from moving forward with the plans that you want to undergo now. Or maybe some of you may be reminiscing about a past love, or reminiscing about old times with a friend, because right now the movement has been blocked between you and a friend, or the movement of your talents is blocked because of um, the ordeals that you are holding, that you have been brought up from a child. And why I say this, or I should have mentioned this before, is because at the base of the reading, at the bottom of the deck, after I shuffle, because my style of shuffling, I shuffle like this. This is the cross and triangle spread for those of you who are not too familiar with tarot. And basically, I done 2 rounds because you have 2 rows here. It's normally supposed to be 1 round. And my way of shuffling is I do like this for each individual section. And whatever cards pop out, to me, that is the message that Spirit wants you to know. And what was at the bottom of 1 round, you had the Ten of Cups. And then what was in the bottom of another round, you had the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And then you also had the Hierophant in reverse, which I asked for. I shuffled and asked for what is a clarification meaning between these two, what's the distinction between these two cards. And basically, with these 2 tens in place, this is highlighting that you are definitely focusing on some sort of unit, or some sort of organization or family unit, and you're definitely focusing on partnerships and unity, and your standing in the community, because the Ten of Cups upright represents uh, coming together as a unit. This can mean a wedding, this can mean a celebration, this can mean unity within a family, this can mean good partnerships, or good rapport between business partners. And you had this in the upright, so I feel like some of you may be focusing on this right now. So I'm sorry, Libras. If this is not happening in your life right now for you, what is happening is that you're focusing on this so much, and you really want to have good partnerships, or you really want to have a good standing with your family, and with or with the society that you are involved in. And then with the Ten of Pentacles being in the reverse on the bottom of the deck for the second round that I had bent over for the cross and triangle spread, you have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So this is definitely highlighting some mishaps within the family unit, because upright, the Ten of Pentacles means that you have a very good foundation, and a very good stable unit that you can turn to, and you have a very good support system. And whether it's friends or family, or an organization you're a part of, there is definitely some good standing here, or maybe even some family inheritance, because the Pentacles rules money and earth and things that are tangible and that you can grasp and feel and hold within your 2 hands. So, but in reverse, it's speaking of the opposite of that, Libras. So maybe you're having some sort of financial difficulties with your family. Maybe some of you feel like you have to prove something to your family, or there's some sort of money issues with family, or maybe there is some sort of issues with inheritance, or maybe even if it's nothing to do with inheritance, it just may be that you are just having a bit of You're not on a good standing right now. You're not on a firm foundation or a firm ground with your family. Things are a bit unstable. And also why I say that is because when I asked what was the overall message for this whole entire reading for the Libras, you have received the Temperance card in reverse. And the Temperance card in reverse is talking about unbalance or instability. It can also mean over drinking and overindulgence. So for those of you, like I said earlier, who may be overindulging right now or maybe wallowing in self-pity, you need to turn this temperance upright, because upright temperance is a well-balanced woman, or is a woman who is listening to her angels or is connected with her angels or higher powers. And she's on the right path, and she's very moderate, and she just slow and steady wins the race. But in reverse, you can be quite reckless or quite unbalanced. And this is one of the overall messages that Spirit has for you. And I'm sorry, going back over here to the clarifications of the family unit or the disruptions or of some sort of organization or group that you are part of. You also got the Hierophant in reverse. Now, the Hierophant in reverse talks of unorthodox. So some of you may be living quite an unorthodox way from your family or the traditions and how you was brought up on, and maybe that's what's causing the blockage in your movements and the plans that you have or in your optimism, because your family has a major influence on your personality. Or some of you may even be the black sheep in your family with the Hierophant in reverse. Or if it's not your family, it's with some sort of organization that you're a part of. There may be some disruptions in some sort of organizations or some sort of groupings or schools that you are affiliated with, Libras. And also, what's happening in your spiritual, what are the spiritual influences in your life right now? These cards are actually quite beautiful. You have the Magician and you have the Eight of Pentacles. And the Magician is all about having all the necessary resources or having all the necessary skills to create magic, Libras. You have all the different aspects or all the different elements before you on the table. You have the Pentacles, you have the Swords, you have the Cups, and you also have the Wands, which is all the different aspects of and all the different suits in the tarot, which basically sum up a whole. So the Magician is very much whole, is very much capable of doing anything. The Magician is magical. The Magician can turn water into wine. The Magician is very good with communication and just very good all around and very well rounded. So your spiritual influences is you have the influence of the Magician. So even though you may feel a bit of pressure from other people in your life, you still know that you have what it takes, or Spirit wants you to know that you do have what it takes to manifest your dreams into reality, because you have the Magician paired up with the Eight of Pentacles. And with the Eight of Pentacles talks about working hard on your creative talents, or working hard to bring a dream into fruition, or working very diligently towards a goal. So with these two paired together, it's just solidifying the fact that you have all the necessary skills to undergo a certain study or to undergo a certain that business venture that you want to get into, or creative ventures. It's definitely telling you that you have what it takes, Libra. So go for it, Stop doubting yourself and doubting your abilities, because you are the Magician right now and you have what it takes. So believe in yourself, whether it's to do with a test that you have to take, or whether it's to do with some business venture you want to start, or whether it's to do with just studying in general. Just realize that you have what it takes to manifest your dreams into reality, and that's what your spiritual influences are right now in your life, or that's what Spirit wants you to know if you are reluctant to realize it and accept it. Okay? And what's manifesting that into your everyday life, into what's physical plane, from the spiritual plane, what's manifesting in the physical plane or the everyday life, or what's tangible to what you can actually feel and grasp daily, or the results that you are seeing daily from this, is you have the Seven of Wands, and the wands represent the fire in the zodiac, which represents Sagittarius or Aries or Leo, represents that bodacious or that vivacious, or that taking action, or taking the bull by the horns and taking charge and going for your dreams, or going for the things you believe in, or having that fire or that passion surge within you, for being optimistic That is what that is what the wands represent in the zodiac or in the tarot. And with the Seven of Wands, it often represents you are fighting for what you believe in, you are standing up for your rights, or you're feeling like you have what it takes to lead the pack, or you're feeling like you have an alternative route to show diversity and show people an alternative way of life, and you feel like you are the one with the necessary skills and talents to execute that, Libra. And with this spirit upright with the King of Swords, it is definitely reassuring or highlighting the fact that you're feeling like you need to defend your beliefs, or feeling like you need to defend why you are the way you are. Because the swords in the zodiac represent Libras, Geminis, Aquarius, okay? And the swords represents word, the sword represents communication, the swords represents interactions with others, and it represents how you're coming across with others. Okay, so some of you may definitely be trying to defend your own position right now. You may be trying to defend the way you are, to defend this Queen of Swords, or maybe there is a Queen of Swords, which is and also another Gemini or Libra or Aquarian that is in your life. And this Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, they may be quite analytical and quite stern and quite they may rule, the head may rule over their heart, and they may be very professional, but they may be very good in business dealings. So maybe you're trying to prove yourself to someone in your family or to someone around you who is of these qualities, who is a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, or who just has the qualities or characteristics of someone who is a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. Okay? But you're definitely feeling like you have to fight or defensive, or you have to defend yourself right now to someone. And this can be male or female, even though it's a king, because this is a general reading, this can be a woman as well, okay? And the same goes for any of the court cards that come up. And the court cards are cards that represent other people, such as queens or pages or kings. The gender is quite neutral, so don't be too fixated on whether or not it's a male or a female essence in your life, because it can very much well mean the opposite, and it's just coming up as the opposite sex. All right. I'm just charging this laptop. Give me a second, please. Okay. So, what is the opposing forces right now in your world? Libras, you are definitely wondering, these opposing forces right here, because these position of these cards are the opposing forces. So you're definitely wondering right now if you should take what's the word? If you should take a big gamble on something, or on some investment, or on someone, but there is a blockage in your fortune of some sort. But also this can mean that what you didn't do actually pays off royally. So I feel like some of you may feel like you have to come to the rescue of your family, or you're constantly having to prove your work or your talents to someone, and you're just wondering if you should even take a gamble on something, or you're wondering if you should make some big investment on someone or something. And the reason why I say that is because what is opposing that is that some of you may be wondering who to give your attention to, out of a water sign or an air sign, or maybe some of you, or it can mean that you're wondering if you should use or heal your emotions, or in some way. And some of you may be revert to drinking of some sort, and if you are feeling really muddled. And others of you, this could mean this Queen of Swords and the King of Cups together over here. It can mean it talks of wondering if a relationship with a water sign should get your attention, or if you should work on your talent or your creative enterprises. And the reason why I say that is because you have these two opposing each other, and you have the Two of Swords, which means a blockage. Means you're withholding something, or you're avoiding something, or you're blocking your emotions. And then with the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Pentacles here, this is why I feel like you're wondering if you should gamble on something, or wondering if you should gamble on your fortune, or if you should juggle with your fortune, or give your fortune away to something, or wondering if it's going to pay off. But with the presence of the Two of Swords here, I feel like this is saying that it can also mean for some of you that what you didn't do is actually paying off royalty, because of this blockage in finances or blockage in fortune, and this blockage in, or this wandering of reciprocity, because the Six of Pentacles often means reciprocity, means a good balance of give and take. Because of you're wondering about that, maybe you're saving some money because in the process of doing that, or maybe you feel like you're giving too much to someone, so you're just wondering if you should be doing this anymore. And why I say that is because the opposing forces here, you have the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords can represent you, Libras, because like I told you before, the swords represent the air signs in the zodiac. So some of you may be just wondering if a certain relationship, or if a certain emotions, or if a certain endeavor or creativity should be getting some of your time with this King of Cups, because the King of Cups represents a very, very good, a supportive man, or a good supportive woman who is quite intuitive and quite receptive and quite open and is easy to talk to. And they often are very good in business or creative endeavors, and they're very intuitive, very sensitive, very calming, and very reassuring. So I feel like you're just wondering if maybe you should invest in a relationship of some sort. Or some of you may be dealing with two different partners of some sort. You know, maybe you have two partners that you're trying to decide whether you want to make a choice on with the presence, because you have two queens in here. Or it can also mean that you are having some sort of rivalry with a friend and wondering if you should even give any more of your love or attention or focus into it within a certain friendship or union, because you have two queens here, and the two queens here often represent rivalry, or often represents a temporary upset between two friends. So some of you may be going through that. Some of you also releasing the need of, because upright, these Nine of Swords means confusion. It means mental anguish. It means anxiety. It means disappointment. It means that you're very much upset right now, or you're sitting up at night and thinking about a certain situation, or you're pondering over a certain situation. But in reverse, you're starting to loosen that aspect, and you're starting to realize that you need to be a little bit more meditative and a little bit more calm and peaceful, and not so confused, or or pay less attention to anxiety, or give anxiety or stress less attention. All right. And also for the Libras, the advice that Spirit has for you, you have the Nine of Pentacles, and then you have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So I feel like this is saying get better, have better clearing or better communication with yourself. Because the Ace of Swords in upright often talks about piercing through the veil, I like to call it, or often talks about an aha moment, or often talks about an epiphany, or it speaks of you having good communication with someone, or having a good conversation, or there is good rapport, or good smoothing in dealings with people. But in reverse, the Ace of Swords, there is something is muddled and communication is blocked, and there is not a good relationship between you and somebody else. And in this aspect, period, with the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like Spirit is telling you to invest in yourself, or invest in your endeavors, and bring your dreams into fruition, and trust yourself. Because the Nine of Pentacles upright is often a woman who is very independent, or who is very successful in business, and who is living in a luxurious life, because she believed in herself, and she is very fortunate financially in her business dealings. So I feel like the Spirit is telling you to have better communication with yourself. And those of you who are suppressing your talents or your desires because of insecurities, or those of you who are suppressing your talents or desires for other people, you need to quit it. Okay, I definitely feel like that is what Spirit is telling you, to stop that shit. All right, Libras, and just invest in yourself so that you can turn this Five of Pentacles up here, feeling left out in the cold, so that you can turn this Five of Pentacles around, and that you can be successful in business. You see this woman, she's feeling left out in the cold, or feeling like she's suffering from something in her finances. Maybe you're penny pinching. So just maybe invest in your creative endeavors, and be more of your own boss. Maybe even this is telling you and it's saying that you will be successful if you do that. Okay, and turn this muffled, or this blockages in communications. Turn this up. Turn this blah, blah, blah. Turn this from upside down. Turn it upright. Okay, and get something started. Get something going, because the aces ought to represent something brand new and starting something fresh in the tarot. Okay, and the outcome of the situation for you, Libras, I feel like it's telling you to leave this mental anguish, to leave these mental change that you have, or leave this point of depression, or this point of being stuck and stagnant, and go for your dreams. Because the Eight of Swords represents a woman in the upright position, represents a woman or a man, or just anyone who is having mental anguish from their own self-limiting beliefs, or you're having so much mental confusion in your mind. But with it reversed, it's in the positive moment which you have started. It's saying that you're ready to take off the blindfold, and it's saying that you're ready to take off the bandages, and you're ready to go forward and charge ahead, or you should charge ahead, is what Spirit is telling you. To release the confusion and to just go ahead and to start going forward with something. And maybe this is telling you to just love people unconditionally, even if you are having a bit of upset with your family. Maybe it's telling you to just love people unconditionally, because it will still be for the better health of you and the better health of them. Don't hold any grudges. Just offer your love, offer your services, be poetic. Or all this is telling you to leave, stop being so stagnant in your talents, and to start exercising your talents. You follow your intuition, follow your heart, wear your heart on your sleeve, and be vulnerable and show your love. Or if you're an artist, show your art, sacrifice for your art. Like I said in the beginning, for some of you that are artists, show your art, show your skills, um, show who you are, and just be open and be receptive and listen to your intuition. Be nurturing to yourself, be nurturing to others, because if you do that, then you'll bring unconditional love to you, and you'll bring bliss, and you will attract many, many good things into the universe by doing that. Okay, my Libra. Um, and also one of the clarifying messages that came out for you guys, you had the Four of Swords in reverse, which can often talks about maybe you're isolating yourself because of your some of your priorities have become so detrimental to your health. You're feeling weighed down, or you're feeling a burnout by some of your priorities or some of the things that you have to do. Okay, so you need to turn that temperance into the reverse upright, so that you can have some balance. All right. Some of you may be isolating yourself from people because of this harmony you feel within, or because of you feeling overwhelmed from your priorities, or you're feeling like you have to deliver to a certain family member, or you have to deliver to a certain organization. Just calm yourself. All right. Now, Libras, I really hope that this resonated with you, but I'm not done yet. I am the Oracle Queen, alright? I love, love, love oracles, which is part of the reason why I don't shuffle on camera, because it takes too long. Because remember, I shuffle individual cards for each petition. That takes a little bit too long. And sometimes the oracle messages are quite divine, quite in-depth, and quite informative. So it may be a lot of information that I'm trying to cram in, and I know y'all's got shit to do. So I don't want to keep you for too long, okay? So one of the messages you have received from the fairies, this is the message from the fairy oracle, or one of the fairy oracles. You have received the fairy godmother in reverse, okay? This is her upright. So the fairy godmother, the overall core of the fairy godmother speaks of gifts, talents, grace, and helpful lessons, okay? And basically, upright, she means that she offers last-minute rescues. When she turns up in our readings, good things may well be happening that we don't think we deserve, or that we do deserve but we haven't thought to ask for. Almost imperceptibly, she teaches us about giving and receiving unconditionally. Aha! When I saw this, yes, this is definitely highlighting the fact of what I was telling you, to just give unconditional to people, whether you feel like they deserve it or not. Woohoo! I love when oracles solidify the message. That means that this is definitely going to reach some of you out there, okay? Then back to the message. So upright, she's giving and receiving unconditionally, helping us to open our hearts to love and acceptance. She sometimes showers us with abundance. Keep an eye out for unexpected good fortune, especially when you thought you saw bad luck heading your way. Remember to say thank you by passing a kindness on to someone else. Practice a little fairy godmothering yourself and see how enjoyable it is. Part of the fun of it is to do so that the recipient doesn't know where this gift came from. But Libras, you have received this in reverse, so the message is quite different. I just felt like you should know what the original message means. When we block the fairy godmother from our daily lives, things are harder than they need to be. When we attempt to live without the grace and the fairies and of heaven, life is an uphill struggle. When we twist this energy, we become judgmental and get tied in the knots of trying to decide who is worthy, and I say worthy in quotations, and who is not. We tie strings to everything we offer others. Okay, this is definitely highlighting what some of the messages that have came through in the tarot card. And then we trip over them. At worst, we sour our lives, sharing nothing and taking from others, becoming the selfish, greedy thief in the night instead of the sparkling fairy godmother who glows with the light from within. No matter how much that thief accumulates, he will never have enough to feel happy or secure or loved. So this message is one of the messages that popped up while shuffling for you, Libras. And this is definitely reassuring some of the messages that I delivered for you guys in the reading, in the tarot reading. Oh, I love when the reading comes together. The other message from the fairies, you received another card in the reverse position. And this card is, forgive me, is Sylvanus. And upright or overall, this card is talking about truth, cutting through deception, and clarity. All right? And basically, you have received it in the reverse position. So, this in the reverse position, this basically means that Sylvanus, Conjum, and the Fairy of Aspiration have gained up on you. They are creating cracks in your ideas about yourself so that the light of truth may shine in. Mirrors jump out at us with unexpected reflections. The trick is learning to distinguish the distorted reflection of others' mask of untruth from the clear reflection of the mask of truth. Beware of the reflections that others cast upon you and look within for your own truth. Whenever someone says, oh, you were so, stop and ask yourself if this is really true. It might just be their stuff, their projections, and have nothing to do with you at all. This is a very, very important message, and it definitely does resonate and definitely does gel with some of the smells. In other words, in some of the energies that I was portraying to in some of the tarot. So yes, Libras, please take heed to some of these messages. And also, some of the messages that you have from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. The Wisdom of the Oracle deck, the card that you have received is Exchanging Gifts. All right. So exchanging gifts basically means, this is the card here, there is a woman, a fairy dancing, and then she's extending some love and to a cat. This is a good depiction of exchanging gifts. The law of giving and receiving, currency, trade-offs, weighing cost, and determining value. The Oracle's message, you're entering into a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them. Yet, in order to honor them, you must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do it. You have what it takes to be successful if you align with the law of giving and receiving. You must engage in a dance of give and take, push and pull, doing and being. If you let fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. Didn't I tell you that, Libra? This is not a time to just do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value others bring into your life. All right? And the relationship message is love. For those of you who this message is pertaining to, a relationship message. Love is an exchange of life force energy between two beings. It grows exponentially when it's reciprocated. You must give and receive in order to love to flourish and abundance to flow between you. Spirit wants you to start accepting all the blessings waiting for you, as well as offer the same gift in return. Open your heart and follow and allow it to be filled. Let love in and let it flow out of you too. Love is truly yours today, Libra. Now, the prosperity message is all your hard work and efforts, your commitment to learning, creating, and spending your time wisely pay off in ways you may not have been anticipating. The gifts of yourself, your time, your ideas, and the energy of your intentions are being reciprocated by the universe, which is sending you signs and signals, aligning synchronistic meetings and opportunities to bring you success and more. Everything is in exchange. Keep doing what you're doing. Goodwill comes back tenfold. Woo woo! I'm loving these messages from the fairies. Sorry. Bleh. Wisdom of the Oracle. This is not the messages from the fairies. And Libras, the message that you have from the other fairies, these ones here, they are telling you to make more affirmations in your life. Some of you need to make more affirmations. I'm sorry, I'm looking for the booklet. It's very important to read the messages from the oracles from the booklet. I ain't trying to fuck up y'all's message because it's a little bit different from the tarot readings, okay? Oh my gosh, why are you hiding? Oh, booklet, come here. So the message from the fairies is telling you to focus on affirmations. That is a beautiful card. It's the first card on the thing too. Basically, to lift up your thoughts and energy and to attract what you desire, use positive affirmations. You drew this card because there's something you desire right now. You already know what it is. To increase the speed of your manifestation, it's important to lift up your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs to a higher level. Positive affirmations can increase your self-confidence and faith, which are two essential and magical ingredients in manifestation. This card is a message for you to say or read positive affirmations and to boost your faith, optimism, and effectiveness in bringing about your desired results. Yes, Libras, come on, you got what it takes. Begin each day with something beneficial, such as praying, meditating, or reading from an uplifting book. As you stay positive, everything in your life becomes more positive. The outcome of the situation you're asking about is depending upon your optimism. Watch the words that you say and write to ensure that they're positive and aligned with your thoughts. And I also want to say, watch the words that you think as well. All right? That's a message from the magical messages from the fairies. And these fairies are more fruity, looty, more childlike and very innocent-like and purity. And the messages from these fairies are a little bit more in depth, and they can represent dark and light fairies. That's what I like about these ones as well. And so Libras, you also have the messages from the goddesses, the goddess guidance cards. The goddess wants you to know. The card that popped out from there is Isolde. So Isolde, the goddess of love, or the goddess of undying love, wants you to know that the love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. These cards are so reassuring. My skills in tarot must be alright, So basically, when it comes to matters of the heart, your help is here. It's all around you and also inside of you. Your inner wisdom may seem quieted by any pain that you feel. Yet be assured that the healing you're undergoing is swift and efficient, and you truly are healing from the inside out. First, your heart must heal from its grief, loneliness, and any feelings of betrayal. This can take some time, so be patient with yourself. Treat yourself as you would any ailing person with caution, gentleness, and tenderness. Next, get yourself out into the world. Not in a harsh fashion, but with outings to parks, forts, and such, which are essential to lightening your outlook. Nature is the great healer, you see. That's why I'm frequently amidst the flowers and the trees. Although they may seem quiet on the outside, they're quite talkative when you breathe and simply ingest their magical tones in conversation. Spend time among the forests and the trees, as well as the plants and the animals, and you regain your foothold upon this planet. You revive your sense of spirit and your desire to tread among the living once again. I promise you that your heart will mend and that you also help others in this fashion along the way. Definitely, definitely reassuring some of us. Isn't she beautiful? Look at that long, beautiful hair. Girl, go on with your bad self. So the scenarios from this card means love from your romantic partner is eternal, regardless of the outward appearances, or you're healing from a breakup, or you're healing from some other type of loss, or it's telling you to let go of an old relationship to make room for a new one, or it's telling you that the love that you send into the world is an important part of your divine purpose, or it's saying that your deceased loved one is happy and they send you love. Libras, you have another message, and this is the message of temptation. And I love the surrealism a message from the tantric Dakini oracle. If you can see, it's a snake here, and it's very surreal. And I love the images, love the colors, very beautiful. And temptation message from the tantric Dakini oracle. This book is a heavy, hefty one. Definitely got some good messages in here. This message is telling temptation bears the number 57, signifying the path of occult choice. According to the classification by elements, this is an earth card, normally related to the suit of pentacles in the minor arcana of the traditional tarot. A snake representing the temper or tempted pokes ahead with the extended tongue between two apples, symbolizing earthly temptation as a divine apple of cosmic knowledge. A situation is shown where a choice has to be made between two things, here depicted as identical images, mirrored aspects of each other, as it is that what is below is as that which is above. At the same time here, the snake represents the kundalini or sexual energy, having to choose ascent to the head or descent to the base, so invoking divine wisdom or earthly power. The divinatory meaning, a tempting offer, yet a decision has to be made which should be based on the highest of motivations. A situation where one has the chance to gain much of the correct standpoint is maintained. When located, okay? So yeah, that's the message of this card for you guys. This is my newest oracle deck, so I'm just getting familiar with the messages. But Libras, thank you so much for tuning in to Brimstick today. And I hope that some messages in here resonated with some of you. And if not, please be sure to tap your moon and your rising sign. And guys, please like or subscribe to my page so that we can become more and more united. Bye bye. Enjoy the rest of your August. Toodles.